That was so hard. I definitely did not feel enough for this workout. Happy Monday, everyone. It is another start to a new training week, and today I'm scheduled to do a 7K easy run, but my ankles are killing me from yesterday's trail run. I stupidly decided to just run the full 17K on the trail, and because it wasn't as hilly as other trails, I was like, okay, I think I can do this. But yeah, my ankles were quite sore because of the amount of rocks and roots that were on the surface. And usually if you're running 17K on the trail, that actually equates to longer on the road. So yeah, my feet definitely took a little bit of a beating, so I'm going to take it easy today. It is deload week, which means the volume of running is actually on the lower end, and this week is really focused on recovery and making sure that the body is well rested and prepped for the next block of building. So that means today is really just kind of resetting the place. It's kind of been hectic the past couple weeks, not just because of my wedding, but also too, I actually have a new role at work. So I'm just kind of onboarding and ramping up. So work has just been so busy. So trying to balance it all while marathon training is a little bit hard because everything is just so new to me. So just trying to find the routine and everything is a little bit challenging, but I'm hoping that I get into some kind of rhythm this week. Good morning, happy Tuesday. I am actually out of bed early this morning. It's currently 7 a.m. and I'm getting ready to do my tempo session. Since summer has begun, I've been doing a lot of my running in the evening, but Keen and I are actually going to watch a movie tonight, and I have like back-to-back meetings today, so the only time I can fit in this run is in the morning. And this is like so typical of me. If my day is stacked, then I have no choice but to run in the morning. But if there's just a lot of flexibility, I usually push my run to the evening. So this is probably one way to get back into that morning routine. So hopefully this run goes well. I am scheduled to do a 6K progression run, so it might get a little rough towards the end, but we'll see. Hoping for the best, and I'm hoping it's not too hot out. Wow, the temperature actually feels very nice right now. Hopefully it stays like this throughout my entire run. I'm just waiting for my watch to load and then we'll be ready to go. Holy shit, that was so hard. I definitely did not feel enough for this workout. Even though it was like 30 minutes, I still did not eat enough for the intensity that this run was. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. So I am finally getting ready for my strength session after a crazy day at work. I literally was in this little nook of mine for a good 4 straight hours. I was literally in back-to-back meetings, so much that Kian actually had to prepare my lunch and I had to eat it while I was in meetings, which was not ideal. I like to step away from my desk and, you know, kind of like decompress and whatnot, but I was not able to do it. Now I am getting ready for an upper body strength session because later tonight I am going out to the movies with Kian. We're actually going to watch The Quiet Place, I believe it's called. I can't remember. I think it's called The Quiet Place. So we're gonna have a dinner and a movie. So that means I need to fit it in now. And thankfully it's a short session. It's gonna be about 30 minutes and then probably just gonna clean up this desk so that way I'm ready to go for tomorrow and I'm not like starting the day all flustered. You also probably have noticed that I am still wearing the same outfit from this morning. I kid you not, it was literally breakfast, then straight into my meetings, and then next thing you know, it was the end of the day. So I know it's like super gross, and this is actually a really bad habit of mine, and I am trying really hard to break that, but it's so hard when I just stack everything. That means I leave the shower to the end of the day, which is gross. I know sometimes the hygiene kind of gets pushed later in the day. So I am going to be doing my first Pilates session. I don't think I've ever done Pilates except for... Why are you laughing? Pilates. It's because Kian says Pilates. You mad, bro? Anyways, so this will be the first time I'm doing Pilates for runner session here on this Runna app. So I'm going to test it out and see how it goes. And hopefully I don't die, because I saw Kian do it and it looked like he was struggling.
Neck and arm slide, and we're holding it here. Breathe, and then send the bum back to the heels, and just walk the hands forward. Straight leg position. It's just going to go down and come back up. So we're really focusing on this pelvis, staying facing towards that, just lifting and lowering.
Oh my god, guys, I just got a major haircut. Since we are deep into summer training, my hair was actually just making me just super hot, and I was just sweating so much on my neck, like I actually felt like I was wearing a scarf. So I booked an appointment with my hairstylist, and I was like, you know what, just chop it off, hair's gonna grow back. And I actually don't mind it. I mean, he styled it in a way that I'm not really a fan of, so I just gotta work on styling it. So it was a rest day from training today. I just did some mobility, and now I'm actually walking to the track to meet up with Kian, because he's actually doing intervals. We said we'd meet up here after my hair appointment, and then he's gonna take me back home. Looks like he already finished. It looks like he's just doing some cool down stretches. Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
How's your run?
Brutal.
Oof. Good morning. It is currently 7:30 and I am 2 for 2 for getting in my morning run. I am currently getting ready for a speed workout because I have another busy day at work, and then we've also got plans later. It's my aunt's birthday, so we're going out for dinner, and I don't want to make the same mistake I did last time where I was like, okay, maybe we can run after dinner. I know that's not going to happen, so I am getting up early and doing the speed workout now. Get that over and done with. Today's speed workout, I actually don't know what today's speed workout is. All I know is that it's a little bit on the shorter end. The total distance is going to be 5K, so that's why I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I can fit this in before work. So I'm just putting on some sunscreen to protect this from the sun, and then hopefully the speed workout goes well. So it looks like we've got decreasing intervals in distance. So we're starting with a 1K warm-up, and then we're gonna go into the speed workout. Second set. That's hard, man. It never gets easier. Halfway there. Finally, intervals are done. Time for a 1K cool down. Interval run, done and dusted. Dusty felt a little not the best this morning. I think I could have warmed up a little better. I kind of did a quick dynamic warm up, so I felt a little bit of pain on the right abdomen here. I felt like my right glute was just not firing, so got to make sure I stay on top of that. But on the plus side, I am loving the fact that I have short hair. For the first time since my 70.3 race, we're actually back at the pool getting some swimming in, mainly because Kian is actually training for another triathlon. So I'm just here waiting for him till he finishes a lap, and then probably gonna go get a post-swim treat. How's that?
Dead. Forgot what swimming was like.
What are you training for?
A triathlon.
Called Xterra. Happy Saturday. Today we've got a long run and we're scheduled to do 10K. Since it's deload week, it means the weekly mileage is a little bit lower than usual to give it time for my body to rest and recover. So I'm really thankful that this is one of the shorter long runs, because I feel like my body really needs it. There's also no pace work in this 10K, thank goodness, so I can just cruise along for about an hour or so. Just did 5K, which means we're about halfway now. 10K long run, done and dusted, and this one went so well compared to the 10K I ran the previous week. I think mainly because I ran earlier in the morning, so the temperatures were a lot cooler and there's a really nice breeze, so every time I was running in the shade, and just where the angle of the sun was did not hit me as much because I was hidden by all the trees, so that helped a ton. But as you can see, I didn't bring any water with me, any nutrition, which is pretty bad on my part. But I was in this mindset of I ate quite a bit beforehand and it's only 10K, but this is not going to fly next week when the mileage gets back up there. So I really got to stay on top of the hydration, nutrition, electrolytes, and all that. Oh my goodness, what a morning. So I am super happy that I was able to fit in not only a long run, but a lower body strength session right after. And now I'm like starving. So I'm gonna have some protein shake, and then I'm gonna make my usual breakfast of eggs and toast and also some coffee because I have yet to have coffee this morning. But I'm super happy that I was able to fit everything in. Again, I think when I have plans set in the afternoon or evening, I really force myself to get my training done early on because I really have no choice. Otherwise, I would have had to cancel the workout if I kept delaying it and pushing it later in the day. I did skip a 7K easy run that was scheduled for yesterday on Friday, but instead I went swimming with Kian, not only because, you know, I'm supporting him with his training and whatnot, but also I wanted to fit in a recovery swim, even though it was like 600 meters total. I'm just easing back into things, you know? So I'm hoping to get that in the schedule more regularly as I start ramping up with marathon training, because I do find swimming and cycling really helps with my training. And because I am running 4 days a week, I want to make sure that I stay on top of my running and not skip any of it because the focus is on the marathon. I got to make sure I stay on top of the running workouts. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I cannot believe I'm actually doing this, but I'm going to fit in my 7K easy run. It's my last workout of the week, so I'm glad I am able to get this done, or hopefully I can get this done. It's actually really late in the day today. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning. Keenan and I actually attended a friend's birthday party last night, so we slept really late, which meant I need to sleep in, but at least I'm getting my run done. It is a little bit cloudy. The sun comes out every now and then, but it's a bit cooler than usual, thank goodness. 7K easy run, done and dusted, and I'm so glad for the weather today. It actually made this run a lot more tolerable. So that wraps up another week of workouts. We just finished week 4 of my marathon plan, and I'm really happy to say that I completed all the workouts this week. I did all the strength sessions, the mobility sessions, I even did Pilates and all the run sessions. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to accomplish it all. I think what helped a lot was the fact that this was deload week. So it gave me a chance to essentially reset, and the runs and the workouts overall were pretty manageable. So I was able to fit it in with my summer schedule. I think the biggest challenge is I find that my summers tend to be a lot busier because, you know, you're making a lot of plans with friends and family because the weather is so nice. So trying to make sure that I'm fitting in my training when needed so that way I can enjoy social time with my friends and family, I think is the biggest challenge, because I typically like to push my workouts later in the day, but when there is a social event, I push my workouts in the morning, and so that way it's out of the way and then I don't end up canceling my training session when I do have to hang out with friends and family. So I think that's something I need to figure out how to balance, or at least try to adapt my training schedule to have it in the mornings. But again, it all depends how I feel from the previous day and, you know, how the workout went. As much as I really want to like follow this like robust schedule, I have to just make sure that I'm flexible and that I can adapt when needed, because so many different things can happen throughout the week. So I just have to learn and be able to like rearrange my workouts when needed. And also too, I think that I really need to hone in on my nutrition and my fueling, because it was a down week. There wasn't a long workout where I needed to fuel during it or hydrate, and it was kind of really bad. I didn't hydrate a lot before any of my workouts, so going into next week, I really want to make sure that I prioritize that. And I feel like I have been saying this week over week because it is summer and the mileage is going to ramp up. I definitely need to make sure that I'm staying on top of that. So I think that's one of the things I got to prioritize and put that on my to-do list next week, is just organize all the hydration and nutrition so that way it's ready to go for when I need it on my runs. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this gave you some insight on what it's like balancing training with a typical 9 to 5 and having a social life, and you know, where you need to adapt and what not. And if you haven't caught up with my series yet, you can check out my Road to Chicago series here. And with that, I'll see you in a later video. Bye.